Hey gang, Schlocktoberfest is going through some very murky waters right about now with a review of the movie Blood Waters of Dr. Z. A mad scientist decides he wants to get revenge against a bunch of his colleagues because, well, he's a mad scientist. And he wants to get his revenge because his other colleagues decided, you know what you want to do with your stuff? Yeah, that's kind of wrong and kind of gross and kind of bad and kind of no. So he says, screw it, I'm going to go and make a lab and I'm going to make my mutated human-fish combo dream become a reality. And he does on himself. He comes up with this formula that can make it all happen by putting, well, not only himself, but whoever he can capture into a net. I'm sure it's not dolphin safe. Lower himself into this stuff and turn him into a fish human hybrid creature. Anyway, so he goes to get revenge on some of his colleagues, and his first victim is some woman camping, and it doesn't quite go well. So then there's some sort of plot with the sheriff and a bunch of musicians and stuff like that. I guess it was kind of to distract you all from how bad this movie was. Eventually it goes back to Dr. Kurt, who winds up getting another former colleague named Martha. And he unsuccessfly gets her into the stuff. And it winds up that, the sheriff and a couple of other people figure out what's going on with all these disappearances and stuff like that, and the water kind of turning gross and turning people sick. And so he gets Martha, tries to put her into the dip or the drink, whatever you want to call it. And it doesn't quite go well. Dr. Kurt winds up leaving the lab after being shot. And it would seem that Martha is in some sort of weird trance and she walks to the ocean. And the movie ends on sort of a cliffhanger where it will appear that Dr. Kurt is still alive. So why did this movie suck? Well, to be honest with you, it kind of felt like it was at times going at a snail's pace. And the narration of Dr. Kurt got kind of annoying, and they revealed that he was supposed to be sort of a Nazi or something like that, and I thought, okay, you know what, that really wasn't necessary. All you had to tell us was he's a crazy doctor. You know, that was enough right there. And again, the subplot involving the sheriff and the musicians wasn't really necessary, but again, I guess it was just something they threw in there to kind of maybe just get people to go, please keep paying attention to our crappy movie. And the effects for this movie, well, not really effects, but the creature effects, I guess you could say, weren't really all that great. It's one of those kind of movies that you get the poster and you look at it and you go, wow, that poster looks really, really cool, and then you look at and then you watch the movie, and then suddenly it's like, boy, that movie was crap. Seems to be the theme of a lot of these horror movies is the fact that, you know, you look at the poster and you just go, yeah, I want to see that movie. Then you go see the movie and you go, yeah, I want my money back. Oh, man. Alright, before we close this bad boy on up, I want to give you guys some shout outs to some horror movie horror review channels, horror movie channels, I guess you could say, that I hope you guys will go check out. And as soon as I can find a piece of paper, I am not very well prepared because Hell in a Cell is tomorrow night and I'm kind of nervous about it. So Bear with me, folks. Remember doing all this in one take. I think I found it. Is it? Yeah. All right, cool deal. All right. All right, well, I hope you guys will go check out the following YouTube channels, and hope you go subscribe to them. Please do. Please go check out Angered Beast Reviewer, Joshua Skywalker, The Kings of Horror, You and Your Horror Movies, and PMR Bones 88. So there you guys go. And there you guys have it, a review of Blood Waters of Dr. Z. If you've seen it, love to hear from you guys in the comments below about what you thought about it, whether you agree or disagree. And of course, if you like my videos, always feel free to subscribe. If you got a horror, sci-fi horror, comedy horror, or fantasy horror movie that seemed really kind of fishy and smelled fishy and smelled like dead carp, send it my way and I'll get on it ASAP. Thank you guys so very, very much for watching. And until tomorrow for Schlocktoberfest 2017, as always, stay strong and rock on.